So as I was saying, the most important bit of this lesson today is this file, the start.py. So notice that it doesn't have the same termination as this is not a Jupyter notebook file. This is a Python. It's a normal Python file. It has the .py ending its file name, so it doesn't have the .ip. What's it? IP something, right? That's a long name usually on the Jupyter notebook, right? So what we're gonna do with this file, you won't run it inside of Jupyter. So what do you have here? This is a normal Python programming. So we're gonna move away from the Jupyter notebook now today and forever now. So what we use Jupyter notebook for prototyping. But once you have you develop an application, you should put your application inside of a, I'll use a strong term here, it's a proper program, right? That's what some people complained in the very first practical, as, oh, I don't want to use Jupyter. I want to use another IDE. And I said, well, you can use whatever you want. But Jupyter is very good for teaching, obviously, because you see this step by step, and for prototyping. After you prototype, you should put everything on a program .py that is going to be independent from the notebook. Okay, so that's what I did. What I did here is actually, I have to say that this is based on the lecture notes from my good friend and co-author Hannah Dee. We've published quite a few papers together. Now, there is the imports, the usual imports. This is what we've done last time. So this is, we captured a video. Remember that this, I had to put a 1 here because I'm using an external camera. If you're using your internal laptop camera, this is going to be 0. We talked about it in the last prac. So I'm loading this video capture on this variable cap. And this, I'm just defining a counter. Then I'm reading what I have to initiate an initial frame. The frame is going to be on this variable EMG image. Then I'm naming the window where I'm going to show this image. Which image? Every frame from my video. So this function here is reading a frame by frame from my video, put in this variable, and this thing here is going to show it. The first frame, right? Because every frame will be handled in this while true. So this is a while true because I want to keep recording the video and processing the video non-stop, right? I don't want to stop recording the video. And every time this loop passes through this, it's going to read a frame that I'm going to put in this variable EMG. I'm just making a copy here because what we are going to do is to process this image, and you don't want to damage the original image because you may want to process this image in one way and then the same image in another way and then combine both processings. That's what we're going to do today. You are going to do it on this step-by-step thing on the moving away from the notebook. So I'm creating a copy of it, and then I'm showing this copy every time this loop passes through here. And this is very simple. So if I press the escape button, then it will destroy all windows and break the cycle and end your program safely without crashing your kernel. And as you're going to see, there's this just simple output to the screen format where I'm going to print out every frame number. Okay, so as I said, you won't run it on a notebook. You may edit it on the notebook, but you may edit it in any IDE that you want. So if in particular the Python Jupyter notebook's not very good for writing programs like that. So something like PyCharm is a lot better because it has more options for you to fiddle around with this syntax. So it's going to help you to write proper syntax. But Python Notebook's not good for that. I'm just doing this here just for convenience, so I can click on the on every program and show you what I'm doing without having to change screens, right? So once you've written your program, you have your program, then what you're going to do, inside of your, see here that you need to run it inside of your environment, because otherwise you won't have the libraries. Go to the directory where this program is, and what you do is just this. So you type Python in the name of your program .py, right? And press enter. And the magic happens. The magic happens. So basically what you're seeing here is, so you see that the program is running frame by frame and counting the frames. And the frame is just picking up frames from the video camera that's just in front of me, and then putting in on, showing with ImShow on this output window. Very simple, no secrets at all. Right, so try to do that and see if you run into problems first. And let me know, because if you don't, if you're unable to run this, you won't be able to do the exercises today. And the exercises today are very important because these are finally, apart from the little project that you are doing, if you haven't done it already, you're finally programming in Python after, I don't know, donkeys or weeks talking about a number of methods and playing with OpenCV functions. This is the first Python program, real program, that you're going to do today in this course, right? So see if you can run this little program. It's funny, I can't pause the recording. I can either stop it and create a new file. Yeah, this collaborating is useful, but not very good. I'll give you, I don't know, 5 minutes to run this stuff. Just the start .py. Now, why we try that, so that we don't, I could just stop the video, otherwise people would get bored watching it later. Once you run that, everything works fine, as I showed you a few minutes ago. Go to this notebook, moving away from the notebook, and follow the instructions. So basically, it's going to tell you everything that you have to do to create a motion detection based. You're gonna type this program, so you're gonna edit this start.py program. So and this step by step, this notebook here, moving away from the notebook, tells you step by step what to do on the start.py to generate your very first motion detection method. Just follow the instructions. And I'll stop the recording now, otherwise people won't be able to watch it because it's gonna be too silent. If you run into trouble, call me, raise your hand, and I'll try to sort it out. But basically today is a proper practice, right? So it's this is the problem statement solving. Okay, so I'll stop recording now, and we've resumed recording maybe 10:30, and then I'll walk through with you. I'll walk through every step of this tutorial. Okay, have fun.